To introduce our guests today who have been extremely patient while we listen to the testimony on the stand. And of course, that was Rebecca Borkowski, the most important witness in this case. She is one of the victims who was shot in the ear. You heard her testify. It was her ex-boyfriend who is on trial, Joshua Aide. And I have with me today criminal defense attorney Lara Yeretsian and of course law and crime analyst Mike Korbanics. I'm going to start with Lara. We greatly appreciate your patience. Tell me overall, I have so many things I want to discuss about Rebecca. What was your overall impression of that testimony? She's supposed to be the biggest witness of the case, and yet it started with multiple text messages reading back and forth. What did you think about that?
I mean, it was important, obviously, to establish the conversations because through those texts, you could see that this individual, Joshua, was, at least at the time, an angry man, out of control, very possessive, was not taking no for an answer. And he was pretty much obsessed. He wouldn't stop calling her. He wouldn't stop talking to her. He wouldn't stop trying to get her back into his life despite all the abuse. And we could also see, obviously, that he's been abusive towards her. We're talking about physical abuse, that he's an alcoholic, who every time he drank, he would lose control and it would become abusive. I mean, it was a little tedious to go through these, but you know what? Imagine she was reading it in her own voice, and I think that is very effective.
I agree. She was reading it in her own voice. But Mike, one of the things I wanted was to hear some passion behind what happened. Tell the jury, this is what happened. We had a relationship. It was 5